want to congratulate Clemson. Dabo's obviously gotten his team turned around, and they're playing much better, and they've played great at home. Last 3 games at home, they've been really dominant. Proud of the way the effort that our kids played with. They played really hard. They played tough. They never gave up. And we had every bad break you could possibly have. We get 2 balls inside the 1-yard line. One of them's fumbled in the back of the end zone. It goes out to the 20. It cost us points. And we have another one to start the game where at the 1 we get a false start and then we fumble it. And you can't do those. You can't give up 14 points against a team that's good, especially at a place where they've won so many games. And the sequence right before the half, the roughing the passer call where we had an interception. We're going in 7-7 at halftime, and then the replay of whether the ball made it the inch as his knee went down or not. Those were momentum changers, and we didn't play well offensively the last 2.5 quarters. So I think we're 4-14 on 3rd downs, and that's just unacceptable. And we gave up a couple of 3rd and 4th down series on defense because we had penalties. So I thought we played hard. Really proud of the effort that they gave, but we made too many mistakes to beat a good team at a hard place to play like this. Questions?
Mack, obviously Hampton turned in a productive game. How surprising were the first 2 fumbles considering he hadn't lost a fumble all year?
Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't know. He's been great with the ball, and that's why my hair is gray. And coaching's a little crazy. I love him. He rushed for, 179 yards, 178 yards tonight, only lost 1. So we probably wouldn't have had a chance in the game if it hadn't been for him. And this will make him go back and prepare better for next week.
What did they do to throw Drake off? And how much of it was just Drake maybe being a little bit off tonight?
I don't know. I thought we didn't get separation some with our receivers, with their secondary, so I don't know. We'll have to watch it.
Mack, did it look like Wiggins was out of bounds when he punched the ball out from Omar? And it looked like he may have stepped out some of the replays we saw. Did you guys see anything like that?
It wasn't a favorable night for us with reviews. Let's just put it that way.
You feel like you should have been up 21-0 here early?
Yes. Told the kids that at halftime. We should have been up 21-0. It's hard to overcome that deficit. We just didn't do it.
Did you articulate frustration? 2 straight weeks, maybe should have been up, not be on the score.
There's no frustration from last week. You beat a rival in double overtime, and that's a game you'll remember till you're 50. There's frustration tonight because we could have absolutely been right in the middle of this game, and not many people can do that here. So that's frustrating.
What was the thinking with the 2-point conversion? You were down 11.
Everybody, the new analytics say go for it because you got to make it at some point to win the game. So go for it. If you miss it, go for it again. Didn't make any difference, but that's what they tell you to do. I'm not sure it's right. I'll go back and look at it. But we would have gotten beat by 10 instead of 11. So.
How much does it remind you of last year's ACC championship game, early lead and then falling behind?
It was probably a lot like that. I thought we battled them better tonight. The game was better tonight. We had a better chance to win tonight than in that game, but we gave up an interception for a touchdown, a fumble at the 24, and had a blocked field goal last year. So there's things that you can't do. Some of the things we did last year or this year and beat a great team like Clemson.
Mack, Dabo's team has had a bit of a rocky start. They seem to have kind of found their rhythm. Is that just a Dabo Sweeney team when you have the passion and coaching chops that he has at this point, or do you just never count out this Clemson football team?
No, they got great players. They got great facilities. They got one of the best fan bases in the country. This is one of the hardest places to play in the country, and they've played really well at home for the last 3.
How much do you think the road atmosphere played a factor tonight or this afternoon?
I don't think it did. Really? No, our guys played before big crowds before, and it doesn't make you fumble at the 1.
What did your defense do when there were 4 out of 6 3-downs from Clemson that they didn't do after?
They played great at the end. I thought they stayed out there too long, and I thought they got tired. I thought it was more the offense's problem than the defense's problem tonight. It's hard. They had 90 plays. They had 89 plays. That's too many. And we had 69. So you got to stay on the field offensively.
I seen that Bill Marion hit the touchdown run in the 3rd quarter. Shipley answered. That was a key part of that game. Then a touchdown afterwards.
Yeah, we didn't play complimentary football tonight because we didn't stay on the field offensively. When we scored fast, and then they took it and drove it a long way, and we missed about 3 tackles on Shipley's run. He's a good player.
Mack, no ACC championship game this year after so much promise at the beginning and during that 6-0 start. How do you quantify the last couple of games and the fact that you're not going to be going to an ACC championship?
Thought we played great last week and against Campbell, so really proud of them. 2 of those 3, we played a great team on the road that nobody expected us to win tonight. And with Louisville winning, we weren't going to the championship whether we'd won the last 2 games or not. So.
What is the issue with Elijah?
I don't know, his lower body, but they said he couldn't come back in after he got hurt. And obviously that put us in a bind too, but I thought DJ hung in there. He hadn't played hardly any, and he went out there and played the whole game.
And you said just a second ago more the offensive problem than the defensive problem today. Is that the first time you've thought that after a game this season?
We played good defense for 6 weeks, and then we haven't. I think we've gotten tired some, and tonight we were up and down defensively, but we were more inconsistent on offense. Our offense usually runs up and down the field, so tonight we didn't.
Max, what was the thought on the timeouts late in that half? I think you took one in the 2nd and 18, and they ended up coming back to haunt you at the end when they scored right before the half. Just what were your thoughts there?
It really didn't, because when they're way back, I thought we'd stop them. And I mean, when we had the ball and we got the sack, I still thought we'd stop them. I still thought we'd make the first down because we had to score. We had to take risk in this game, and that's why I called it. And then we kept the last 2. But you know, got to make a first down. You got to stop them at some point. So that 1 second.
And I know hindsight's 20/20. I understand.
It is.
Were you disputing the passing, the roughing the passer on Cedric? It looked like you were pretty hot.
Yes. The rule is, because we've asked that before, it has to be a forcible hit to the head, and that's you can make your own decision whether you think that was or not.
I want to ask about a highlight of the game. That's Hampton rushing touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Just what was your reaction to that? Him being able to maintain his footing?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's one of the best backs in the country. Not many people gain 176 yards rushing against Clemson.
Max, some early thoughts on the NC State game, but figures to be another emotional game next week.
Yeah, they're good, and we got to go there. So, and we spent a lot of emotion the last 2 weeks. We don't have any choice. Got to do it again. So, I didn't make the schedule.
Mack, do you address that with him, that just the mathematical chances, like with Louisville winning today? Do you say that to them afterward, like the chances are done for the championship game?
They've all got Twitter. They're smarter than I am. They read it every day. They know exactly. They probably knew the score of the game before they came in here. The world's changed. You don't have to tell them much. They know.
One more. You obviously just mentioned the emotion needed for those last 3 games. What helps the team kind of refuel that? I guess if that makes sense. Like what helps the team week after week in those emotional moments?
It's got to be the culture that you've got and the toughness that they've got. I thought they really showed resilience and were tough tonight, because they could have just laid down and quit at times. A lot of things were going against them. And that's why I'm so proud of their effort. Not proud of how we played, but I'm proud of the effort that we played with.
What's the key to just shaking this one off? I know obviously it's rivalry game, hostile environment. What's the key to kind of flipping the page to Clemson?
I told them, got a rival game next week. You've got to put this one behind you and try to learn from it. And as coaches, we'll figure out what we could have done better. You look at your part and be critical. Be careful on the way home. Sleep tonight. Let's get ready and start over tomorrow.